America today, owning a home has become the symbol of security and success. Millions of young people dream of one day having a place to call their own. But for most, that dream is drifting further away, feeling more like an impossible fantasy than a realistic goal. Not so long ago, buying a home was almost a natural step into adulthood. Your parents or grandparents probably bought their first house in their 20s or early 30s and started building wealth right then. Today, the same milestone is delayed or denied for an entire generation. So what happened? How did something that was once so normal and expected become so hard to achieve? Let's explore the hidden forces that have quietly pushed home ownership out of reach for millions of young Americans. Start with incomes. For decades, the average wages for American workers, especially younger workers just starting out, have barely budged. Adjusted for inflation, many earn close to what their parents did, or sometimes even less. But while paychecks stayed mostly flat, home prices shot upward like a rocket. Since the early 2000s, the cost of buying a house has outpaced incomes by so much that it now takes many more years of work to afford the same kind of home your parents bought. Imagine this. In 1980, the typical house cost about 3 times the average annual salary. Today, it's often 6 or 7 times that, which means that young people would have to save for twice as long just to afford the same house. And it's even worse in America's big cities. In places like San Francisco, New York, or Austin, prices are so extreme that even well-paid young professionals struggle to buy modest homes. Middle-class incomes simply can't keep up. Then there's student debt. A generation ago, college was far cheaper. Today, many young adults graduate with tens of thousands in loans, which eat up their paychecks every single month. It's hard to save for a house when you're still paying for your education. Add to that rising rents. As housing prices went up, so did monthly rent costs. In many cities, young people are paying half their income just to keep a roof over their heads, leaving almost nothing left to save for a down payment. And while young buyers struggle, big investors have swooped in. Hedge funds and private equity firms now own tens of thousands of single-family homes. They turn would-be buyers into permanent renters, pushing prices even higher in the process. These corporations see homes not as places for families, but as profit machines. By buying up houses in bulk, they reduce the supply of homes for sale, driving prices up for everyone else.
Interest rates add another complication. When mortgage rates rise, the cost of borrowing shoots up. That same $400,000 house might cost hundreds more every month in payments, simply because rates ticked higher. Imagine finally saving enough for a house, only to discover that because rates went from 3% to 7%, your dream home is now out of reach. This has trapped countless hopeful buyers on the sidelines. There's also the issue of how few new homes are being built. Strict zoning laws, high construction costs, and local politics often limit new housing. Less supply means existing homes become even more expensive. And so, young people today face a perfect storm. Flat wages, massive student loans, soaring rents, high house prices, expensive borrowing, and not enough homes being built to meet demand. It's no wonder that the average first-time homebuyer in the USA is now nearly 36 years old, up from their mid-20s just a generation ago. Many fear they'll never catch up. Meanwhile, older generations watch their own homes grow in value year after year, building wealth almost automatically. For them, buying decades ago was the smartest investment they ever made. Their homes have become giant piggy banks, rising in value without any extra work. Many can borrow against their homes or sell for huge profits,
funding retirements or second properties. But for young Americans, it feels like trying to jump onto a train that's already speeding away. Each year they wait, prices climb higher, leaving them further behind. So many give up. They stay renting for life or move far from their families to cheaper areas, trading community and career opportunities just for the hope of buying something. Some cling to the idea that a market crash might finally make homes affordable again. But even during downturns, high debts and stagnant wages keep many frozen out. Meanwhile, life goes on. Young couples start families in rented apartments. Their money flows into landlords' pockets instead of building equity for themselves. This is how wealth gaps grow. Older homeowners see their net worth soar with the housing market. Young renters watch as more of their income disappears with nothing to show. It's not that today's young people are lazy or buying too many coffees, like critics claim. It's that the entire economic landscape has tilted against them. Healthcare, childcare, food, all have grown more expensive. Wages have not kept pace. Saving enough for a huge down payment becomes a near impossible task.
So what's the solution? Experts say America needs policies that encourage more building, higher wages, and programs to ease the burden of student debt. Communities that embrace smart growth, building more homes where people actually want to live, could help prices stabilize and give young buyers a chance. Until then, millions of young people will keep waiting, hoping the housing market slows down long enough for them to catch up. It's a silent crisis that shapes lives in deep ways, delaying marriages, families, and the simple dream of owning a piece of the American promise. And that's why so many young Americans can't afford homes anymore. It's not just bad luck. It's the result of decades of economic shifts that have stacked the deck against them.